When you think of the most powerful gods of Olympus, who comes to mind? Zeus, the king of the gods, with his thunderbolts. Hades, the lord of the underworld, with his helmet of invisibility. But there's another Olympian, one whose rage could shake the very foundations of the earth, and whose trident could summon waves to swallow entire civilizations. Today, we redive in deep into the turbulent waters of Greek mythology to explore the story of the most fearsome deity of the ocean, Poseidon. He wasn't just the god of the sea, he was the earth shaker, a god of raw, untamable power, whose temper was as unpredictable as the ocean itself. From his bizarre birth to his eternal grudges, Poseidon's story is a whirlwind of epic battles, monstrous offspring, and divine fury. So grab your life jackets, because we're about to navigate the stormy saga of the King of the Seas. Like his famous brothers, Zeus and Hades, Poseidon's story begins in a rather cramped and unpleasant place. He was a son of the Titans, Kronos and Rhea. Kronos, you might recall, had a serious paranoia problem, fearing a prophecy that one of his children would overthrow him. He came up with a truly terrible parenting strategy. He swallowed each of his children whole as soon as they were born. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and then Poseidon. All of them were imprisoned in the dark, acidic abyss of their father's stomach. Imagine being born into that. For years, they grew up in this bizarre, living prison, a truly nightmarish childhood. It wasn't until their youngest brother, Zeus, escaped this fate and returned with a clever plan that things changed. Zeus tricked Cronus into drinking an emetic, a special potion that made him vomit up his children. The siblings emerged, now fully grown. Because of the order they were swallowed, Hades, the firstborn son, came out first. Poseidon was the last one to be freed, making him technically the youngest of the regurgitated brothers, even though he was born before Zeus. Free at last, and understandably furious, Poseidon and his siblings were ready for a war. The universe was about to witness a conflict of epic proportions. The Titanate, the great war between the new gods and the old Titans. With the battle lines drawn, the young gods needed every advantage they could get. They freed the Cyclopes and the Hecatoncheires, monstrous giants who had also been imprisoned by Cronus. In gratitude, the Cyclopes, master craftsmen, forged legendary weapons for the three brothers. Zeus received his iconic thunderbolts, and Hades got the Helm of Darkness, which granted invisibility. For Poseidon, they forged a weapon that would become as legendary as he was, the trident. But this wasn't the elegant, three-pronged fork you might see in modern depictions. In its original form, it was a primitive, brutal fishing spear, a symbol of the raw, untamed power of the sea. During the 10-Year War, Poseidon was a force of nature. He didn't just fight, he unleashed geological chaos. With a single strike of his trident against the ground, he would create massive earthquakes that shattered the Titans' formations and broke their morale. He was the earth shaker. He would then command the oceans to rise, summoning colossal tidal waves that crashed down upon the Titan armies, washing them away in a torrent of salt water and fury. He was a terrifying and relentless warrior, proving his might on the battlefield. After a decade of cataclysmic warfare, the Olympians finally emerged victorious. The Titans were cast down into Tartarus, the deepest pit of the underworld. Now, it was time for the three brothers Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon to divide the cosmos among themselves. They decided to draw lots to determine their domains. Zeus, drawing the longest straw, claimed the heavens and the sky, becoming the supreme ruler of the